All right, people, let's do this. Post MandoCon.
Stop, Mary. Macy.
Frank, were you just waiting?
Macy.
Just hovering over the button? You missed a good weekend, my friend. Yeah. I don't know why you go over there to begin with. It all seems wrong. Where's my phone? Oh. Let me delete all my spam. Let's hear this. A minute 33-second spam message. Wow. So apparently, according to that woman who English is her second language, they want to make a movie out of my book. They couldn't understand what book she said. Oh. I might have to end this early to call her back. Get my get my book made into a movie. Why are you even bother with that crap? I guess because people fall for it. I think UPS just dropped something off. Use the word GDR madtative. Dear madam, I was clawing at the walls to escape. And I'm here for all the MandoCon tales of FOMO. Yeah, train wreck this. Yeah, we're gonna do a on the sea was angry. But she left a minute and a half message. I ain't listening to all that. You can try to butter me up. Your book is very good. You know what? Lady who doesn't speak good English, I'm in.
Huh?
I'm talking to people on Twitch.
Oh, I thought you said honey. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I did say honey, but I was talking to Frank.
Frank, you didn't come to my birthday?
Frank, who didn't come to your birthday. Yeah, that Frank. Not the Franks that all came to your birthday. $27 Nikes, one Chuck, no Franks. Oh, Mikes, yeah, not Nikes. Nikes. There's some people might have been wearing Nikes. I think there were about 2.5 Nikes. Yeah, more than likely. Nick is still cat hungry. You gotta do something here, Frank. I can't read this shit. Nick is still cat hungry. A series of connection flights back to Omaha. Truck is still climbing ing the Smikies on his ride back. I'm gonna be the only one here today. Chuck left yesterday morning. He got home yesterday afternoon. He won't be on anyway. Nick was supposed to leave last night, but there's all those crazy flooding in Milwaukee, so his flight got delayed. If he had his flight from here got delayed, so he would have landed in like Nashville or something, and missed his flight for about like 2 minutes. So they pushed it back to 7 o'clock this morning. So I was going to take him to the airport and get up at 5:15, but apparently my wife got up to wake me up, and I refused to get up. And I woke up about 9 something and said, "Holy shit, did we take Nick to the airport?" Which she did. There's Nick. Nick landed. Safe and sound. Nick is landed, honey.
All right. Yay, Nick.
She said, "Yay, Nick." That's a direct quote. Yay, Nick. Good. I'm glad you made it. I'm alive in Cincinnati. I didn't even know they had water in Milwaukee. Yeah, it's just how do you make beer? You need water, and apparently one of the breweries spilled some water, and then there's a flood. So that's how life works up there. Good. We dropped off Tom back home last night. Me and Nick, and then Nick gave me all of his. Nick has a lot of stuff in his head, but a lot of bad things going on in Milwaukee. But that didn't matter because he was talking about the treasure. Gave me all of his theories and everything. So I'm gonna probably fly to Milwaukee once it dries out a little bit, and I know exactly where the treasure is now. And that would probably piss him off if I just walked up and just got it. There's Tom. Speaking of Tom Duffy, we got almost 15 inches of water. Goodness, that's a lot of water. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of water. Mondo prom was wonderful, Professor. So Tom and I collectively wrote 16 chapters and finished the third book of the trilogy. That's more than John Holmes. Yeah, exactly. In fact, we kicked ass so hard on that ended last book in that trilogy that I wrote the first chapter of the next trilogy for us yesterday. I did just shy of 15,000 words in 3 days. And one of the days was a short day, Saturday, because a little after 2, we all had to wrap up. So we lost like 3 hours of writing time, but we gained 3 hours of Shelley's 50th birthday time. That I'm going to do exactly. So it was good. You missed towards the end of the night when most people had gone home. DJ Vern played some Trickster, played some Bon Jovi. He played some Motley Crue, played some hair metal classics, and Chuck Buda was up there dancing by himself like a damn fool. It was great. He even played the Cherry Drops, which is his band. The song that I was in their video. Played the bouncer in their video. He played that. Praised me for my work at his radio station and my IMDb work. Did a couple of nice things about Shelley. I mean, it's kind of why he was there getting paid. Tons of food. Tons of cookies left, which I'm eating some now. We got some brownies. I'm eating some now. Made some sandwiches for lunch. So we have a lot of leftover food and like half a dozen gallons of sweet tea. It was good. Everybody but Chuck hit their word counts. But a good time was had by all. Nick says MandoCon could have had more food. Hungry the whole time. Yes. Frank knows that's the truth. Amanda did grab like the last 2 full loaves of banana bread. She just walked right out with them. I guess I'm not having banana bread for the rest of the week. But it was good. It was very good. Amanda wrote 50 million words. Yeah, Amanda is like hit her goal within like 2 hours or something on Friday. Ridiculous. And she got her divorce this morning, so she's officially a free catch out there for all you single men. So many of them on this feed right now. It was good. We had a good. It was very good. It was motivating. People said dumb things, and then I corrected them by saying dumb things. It was all good. Yeah, post con stream is right. Hope Chuck did more writing than sitting on the couch looking out the window. Yeah, he did. He missed like the first day gold by like 700 words. And he could have done it, but we were all done sitting around in the living room talking at that point. So he came and joined us because he didn't want to miss out on any big conversations. So he hung out, but then he did good on Saturday, and then again Sunday. He left at like 9 o'clock. As soon as everybody got here, he said goodbye, and then he had to get home because he had work stuff he had to take care of. So, and Nick, who normally will leave early, and he was supposed to leave Sunday early, he ended up staying later than anybody. He beat everybody leaving Monday morning. So there is that. So I'm going to get a little bit of writing done, but I did a lot of catching up on emails and stuff this morning. And so I get a little bit of writing, but I can't, I'm not going to do 5,000 words today. My wife is home enjoying. She found some new movie channel that has a bunch of movies that seem interesting to her, so she'll probably spend the afternoon relaxed, which is nice after all the cooking and all the cleaning and all the preparing and planning her birthday party and all the other stuff. It'll be good. Nick says, see, that's why I need to leave early, otherwise Shelly gets to drive me. I woke up this morning and I said, it was like 9 o'clock. I was like, holy shit, did you take Nick to the airport? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, did you try to wake me? She's like, yeah,
You actually woke up and said, what happened to Nick?
I woke up and said, "What happened to Nick?" Yeah. I was like, well, it was like I woke up in a panic, like, "Oh my God, it's Nick! Did he miss his plane?" She said she tried to wake me up. I don't remember. She said I also just started snoring again. You're doing 5,000 words today? Awesome. No, Sean, I am not. If I do 500 words, it'll be amazing. I did 15,000 words the last 3 days. Getting a little burnt out. And once you finish something for me. Like I finished a short story. We wrote 8 chapters each, me and Tom. We knocked that out. And I started another short story. And the first chapter in the next trilogy for me and Tom. So I was busy, but now I have no motivation for any of it. Being the last one to hit the word count no stink, I can tell from experience. Yeah. I started walking to the airport until Shelly found me, Nick says. That sounds about right. I'm glad you got home safe. Now you just got to deal with water and life. Apparently, I got a text message at like 6 o'clock this morning from Young Lake. I didn't see it or hear it, but he said, "Oh, I left my laptop cord there plugged in. Can I swing by at lunch and pick it up?" And at 10 o'clock, I'm like, "Yeah." But he hasn't come by yet, so who can say? These cookies are so damn good. Mr. Russell, yeah, he was like, "I mean, if it's a problem, can you at least like put it on the doorknob outside? I should hang it off the mailbox." When I see him pull up, just open the door and just throw it in his direction and then lock the door. So, but basically, we've we realized that between the birthday party and MandoCon, that we probably don't have to worry about buying food for like the next 2-3 weeks. And I'm sure at some point we're going to be like, "Well, this is bad. Let's throw this out." Or, "Who the hell is going to eat this?" It's going through making something like, "You giving this hot cheese to Tom? Cause I'm sure as heck ain't gonna eat this hot cheese." She's like, "Yeah, Tuesday I go over there." I'm like, "All right, make sure you bring Tom's hot cheese." Which is ironic because hot cheese was Tom's nickname in high school. So there you go. Frank, since you missed out, do you have any specific questions about MondoCon? I can give you. Of course, we had a new logo, mugs. We had all kinds of swag that you missed out on. Who wrote the most? I'm gonna guess Amanda. It was like 5,000 words day one, which she killed like within before lunch. Day two, her goal was 3,000 words because we were stopping at 2 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. But she hit that before, and so she just kept writing. Wait, all the M and M's. I will be doing that um, in the next month. So Shelly bought plain M and M's, peanut M and M's, peanut butter M and M's in those big plastic things that she gets. But then she also bought a bag of peanut butter and jelly M and M's, which I will not be eating. People tried them, but Tell Tall Mike wrote a ton on Sunday. Yeah, he did very well on Sunday. Well, it was Amanda an outline or Panzer? She had a rough. She does a rough outline to kind of get the idea down. And it was a first book in a new series for her. So she was excited about it and she had some ideas, so she knocked off a lot of chapters. Yeah, I said peanut butter and jelly M&Ms, not M&S. I don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Even as a kid, I didn't like. I like. I don't like eating peanut butter because it's creamy and it's a texture thing. I like peanut butter in things, like peanut butter in peanut butter cups, peanut butter in my Reese's Pieces sundae. Um, when I go to Friendlies, for instance, peanut butter and cookies is fine, but just peanut butter itself spread on some bread is not good. So I'm really I doubt I would like these M&Ms. Those are really didn't think they tasted like jelly. Yeah. So I'll probably just the woodpeckers have been um, taking giant chunks out of that dead tree in the yard. I might just stuff all the holes with the peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. Maybe they'll like them. Peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Fuck the world. When I grew up, FTW meant fuck the world. That's disgusting, Sean. You're either going to delete that or I will. Yeah, I know what you young kids think it means now. Me growing up, FTW meant fuck the world. Imagine a starburst filled M&Ms, but worse. Ah, good times. Again, we had a lot of shop talk, a lot of questions flying around, a lot of Chuck complaining he hasn't been writing because his job is killing him. Yeah, I'm only 5 years younger than you. You know what? 5 years makes a world of difference. Apparently, you didn't grow up. You didn't grow up right. Oh, is that why I always think it's F the world? I never knew why I thought that. Yeah, yeah. Because when we grew up, Mister Frank, maybe it was just a New Jersey thing. Who knows? But it was always fuck the world. That was always what it meant. Now people are like, oh, FTW. I'm like, oh, that's rude. Oh, it's for the win. That's stupid. I'm sure at some point they're going to tell us that MILF means something completely different. Oh, MILF. Many Indians love Frank. And we'll be like, I guess that's what it means now. Big surprise when they talked about Jersey and metal bands. Yes, we did. Which was better than uh, Young Mike and Tall Mike talking about Marvel comics and stupid movies the entire weekend. They started talking about something like, oh, this, oh, we're talking about nerd stuff. They were talking about Star Wars. Oh, we're talking about nerd stuff again? Go into the other room. I thought Nick Zinn was older. On camera, he looked like he was a teenager. We had that, what did you call it, Frank? Mo Howard haircut. That probably was what it was. Yeah, Nick is older than all of us. He's like 78 or something. No, that was the hair, was right. Poor bastard. Right now, he's in Milwaukee using that hair to mop up all the water. He should get most of it. Frank, you missed the end of the night then when because of course Tom got all dressed up in his Nirvana shirt for the birthday party, and Vern's like, when you see somebody wearing a band shirt, you got to play their song. So he played Nirvana, and then of course Tom immediately picked up plastic forks or plastic knives, and then he was just drumming like crazy through all the hair metal segment. At the end of the night, he was playing a lot of it. Nick Zinn was cosplaying as a space ball. Yeah. Does he have flooding? He's only got flooding at this point. Yeah, he's got 18 feet of water or something like that in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a dead zone. Not as old as old Mike, who helped found Jacksonville. Yeah, and then gave everybody misinformation about the name. It was never called Cowford. Literally, it was Jacksonville was called Cow Ford back in the day. But Mike swears, and I was like, I guess you were there. He is a lot of misinformation about stuff when we talk, which annoys me because I like to be right. Those knives are perfect for drumming. Yeah, we know what we're going to get you for your birthday now. We're going to get you a pair of those plastic knives and a little plastic holster for you to keep them in. I kept randomly texting Chuck all weekend trying to egg him on. Yeah, he did it a few times. Oh, I thought you meant just his basement or something more local. Nick says he doesn't even want to see the basement yet. He needs his scuba suit. Yeah, I mean, you're sitting up there in Canada just like whatever, and in the meantime, half the U.S. is flooded out thanks to Canadian agriculture, probably. Thanks to those damn geese, which are still over here. Get rid of them. Ridiculous. Oh, I just bit my lip. Ooh, that hurt. It's like a head rush. Canadian wildfires, because yeah, Joan McLeod on my Patreon. She's in Ottawa, I think. She says there was a lot of problems with wildfires, and then I guess they've calmed down a little bit, but they think there's going to be more. What the hell kind of infrastructure do you have up there? Who's running that place? The Moose? The Meese? Moose Eye? Whatever the plural of moose is. Hopefully all those geese get cooked. Came off as it goes to flooding. Dude. Just saying. No more food. I gotta stop. Oh my god. Chuck said that 1,000 times. Mr. Marbles? From that Seinfeld episode. Because the cats were running around and they have bells, so the bells were ringing. And in the middle of the night, Chuck was sleeping in the Red Sox room, and I guess one of the cats came up to the door, and the little bell was ringing. It was like Mr. Marbles, Mr. Marbles, and they said it, I don't know, about 1,000 times just randomly all weekend. Because Chuck. Hmm. Mm-mm. Come on. All right, I jumped to I'm on the next page, which is nice. A few more lines, and this chapter will be done finally. Next page, Nick Zan. Next page. I think I need a nap. I make croissants, and then we have tons of ham and turkey and cheese. But then the croissants are so flaky, you like cut them open, and they just fall apart. So I had to like just kind of rip it and then just shove some of the meat. Then finally with the second one, I just piled the meat on top of it. Took a bite. You ever hear from Alex? Forgot his last name. His middle name is From, and his last name is Iowa. The guy came into money and stopped writing. Oh, he's writing. He wrote two 500-word flash fiction pieces in the last 6 months total, and he was bragging about it. But he'll at some point he'll spend all of the money, and then his wife will be mad at him because she still works a job. Yeah, I need a nap. I need to catch up on some sleep here. I had to get up early Friday morning. Me and Chuck 7:30 out the door because I got my wife uh, donuts that spelled out "Happy Birthday, Shelly." They were delicious. Yeah, Nick, you probably need a nap too. Yeah, I stayed up later than you though. Also, like 5 minutes. And then I was out. I literally did not hear her waking me up. So luckily, you know, she was here, or you would have just missed your flight. Yeah, my wife was working, but I wasn't. I'd be in the doghouse. Yeah, I can get away with it because I write. He's getting away with it because at some point she's gonna put her foot down, and he's like, "Oh, I wrote a couple of stories. I submit a couple of stories." I'm like, "Oh, to where?" He tells me, I'm like, oh, "Aren't those flash fiction things?" Yeah, yeah, like two 500-word stories. I said, "All right, why don't you write an actual short story now, or I don't know, write another book." You've literally in 2 months you've written a thousand words, but you've read I don't know 500 books this year. Lying your fat ass on the couch with the cats. Yeah, but I would feel guilty. Like if I, every now and then I'll take a day off because I work. I'm writing 7 days a week, but like I'll take a day here and there. But then I'm like I got to at least let me do my email. Let me do something to move my career along. That guy's like, I'm just gonna sit and I'm just gonna read all the. Oh, I got a new book by whoever, new Joe Lansdale book. So I have to read this for the next 4 days. No, like he would. Oh, I read 252 books this year. Well, okay. Well, I read 80. And you know what I did with the rest of the time I wasn't reading 3 times the amount of books, or however that math works? I was making money by writing stories. What are you doing? You're not making money by reading stupid books. Yeah, it's research to a point. If it's research as in every day I'm going to do more research and I'm going to watch more Netflix and I'm going to read more and more books and sleep in every day. while my wife's going to work, she would toss me out. Not good. Not a good move. Not a good look. I mean, even if you're writing and publishing, but not yet making enough for rent or mortgage, that's different. You can always try to improve. That's different. But just not doing anything that's respecting your family, in my opinion. But each are exactly. You literally said to your wife, "Hey, I'm gonna get a crap ton of money by selling my family selling property, and so tell me like the next six. Give me a number for the next 6 months worth of rent and car insurance, phones, whatever. Give me utilities. Give me a number." And he gave her that amount of money, so she paid everything for the next 6 months. And his thing was, I'm going to take 6 months and establish myself as a writer, and then I'll make money doing this, so I won't have to get a job. Well, it's been over a year now. You're still not working. I'm sure after 6 months you said, "Here's another big chunk of money." And I mean, it's not like he made like here's $5 million. You're in your probably 30 now, and you guys are planning on a big wedding next year, even though you're already married. Even though you got married in the backyard in front of friends and family, a nice small little ceremony. Now you're going to do the giant, spend a ton of money in Iowa of all places. You know what I'm saying? You only need 6 months to establish yourself as a writer. Crap, yeah, yeah. We all missed the boat on that one. But I knew, like when we saw him at AuthorCon in St. Louis, we went out to lunch and dinner with him, and he was giving, and I'm saying, but you have to do it. Well, I put out my first book, my first novel. I said, "You mean novella?" I said, "You got to keep writing." And of course, his thing, well, I'm going to write 500 books in this zombie series. Okay. I think he put out two or three of them were released. Just keep going. But there's no momentum. He's like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna do what JC did and just lose all momentum. Only 498. Let's go exactly. Just ridiculous. Anyway, MandoCon very very good. We had a lot of fun. So Chuck's like, well, I guess next year I won't come and Frank will come. I said, or you can both come, and then Nick has to sleep on an air mattress again. So that the other guy I was trying to remember, the heavy metal horror guy, yeah, J.C. Walsh. He had a book out 4 years ago. I guess I'll have another book because they invited him to do Beers and Fears 3, and that comes out, I think, at the end of this. I think the 26th of August, actually. So in like 2 weeks, that book comes out. So that will be interesting. Would have been nice if Mr. Frank was there. Yeah, it would have been. We definitely talked a lot of shit about you too. You could have been there to defend yourself. You'd be like, I didn't know that was a prostitute. How would I know that? So again, all good, all good. That guy's an a hole, yeah, but you know what? He's our a hole. I think that's what really counts. But he hates us and those Canadian geese. Yeah, well, who likes those geese? Nobody. They wanted to start getting rid of illegal aliens. Why don't we start with the friggin' geese that never leave Florida? Those are the ones we should be doing that to. Someday would love to hang with you guys. Yeah, no friggin' way, Sean. You stay over there in your country. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. You got to be here. You got to be here to write, and that's why Alex from Iowa is got 13 more years before he's allowed back. If then, because when he came, he laid on the couch and took naps while everybody else was working, and then he read while we were all talking shop. He swears he got his word count in, but I doubt it. Well, that's Sean. We would love to have you. I'd be there to work and learn so much. Like, yeah, it's a lot of, um, and it's good because there's people who are writing different genres and are at different places in their career. So we have romance, horror, crime thrillers, science fiction, cyberpunk, dark fantasy, horror. If I didn't say that, whatever the hell Frank Edler writes, the Frank Edler stuff. So it's worth it. You're on the West Coast. Kids books? No, no kids books. Nobody writes that garbage. I will never invite a kids book author to my house. What am I, crazy? Bigfoot porn, exactly. Vancouver. Splatter folk. Yeah, that guy's not invited ever again either. You get one shot, me invite you, and you say, "Oh, I'm busy, I can't come." Okay, then you will never get another invite. Maybe someday when we do our Alaskan cruise, we'll fly out to Vancouver, and you can take us to lunch in Shaw's Vancouver. Then we're getting on a boat to Alaska. Is Solater punk still a thing? I remember being big for a couple of years. You talking about solar punk? All the punk things, splatter punk. Yeah, splatter punk is unfortunately still very big with the young kids who try to out be cooler than the next person. Stream punk. Yeah, tall Mike. Splatter romance. Yep. I tried reading it, but it was just too weird for me. Well, here's the problem too. A lot of people, oh, I write splatterpunk, but they're just writing weird fiction. Like they don't understand the nuance between the two. You know, splatterpunk, also known as misunderstood extreme horror. Exactly. If your book is I'm gonna have people cannibals eating babies right out of the birth canal kind of stupid shit, then that's just extreme horror. Splatterpunk needs to say something, like you know, Skip Inspector and those guys who all invented the genre. Basically, it's got to have some political something. It's got to talk about society. It's got to be more than I just want to be super extreme and do crap. But they all call it splatterpunk. When a demon started going depraved stuff to be yeah, gross doing it. Not, yeah, I figured out what you mean. Yeah, I mean that's just dumb. I was never a big fan of that. that stuff. So, and I've written some extreme stuff. I've never written splatterpunk. Just ridiculous. You know, people supposedly like that. When we were in St. Louis, like every author, table runner or banner said splatterpunk on it, and I'm thinking you probably don't even write splatterpunk. When Chuck verbally assaulted Chuck in the elevator, that was splatterpunk. Right, exactly. That's the definition of splatterpunk. We did talk about that too. Chuck told that story again, which is always funny. And then what he say? Oh, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be an indie author. You shouldn't work with small presses. And then he blurbs for Chad Lutsky's book. Oh yeah, but Chad Lutsky kisses his ass so much. I mean, he probably felt he had to. He's probably getting a little bit unnerved by the amount of feet Chad Lutsky was up his ass at that point. Watching the neighbor, she's trying to back up into her driveway, and she almost hit the side of the house. That's not good. It's not good at all. Lansdale gets dark on an elevator, man. He said, the Chuck said the best part of that is you were in the elevator with them, Frank, and you were just openly laughing the whole time, which made him feel even smaller, which I think is hysterical. Really, is Lansdale an indie hater? He was in that elevator. I can't speak for the man, but basically he told Chuck, "You're wasting your time being being self-published. You're wasting your time. You need to get an agent. You need to, work with the big five. You're a nobody." Just completely stepping on Chuck and crushing him. And who knows? Maybe the guy hadn't had his coffee yet in the morning. I remember he got off the elevator and he laughed. He was like, I just messed with that guy. That was awesome. You just don't know. Someone told me they saw Lansdale at a con a few weeks ago and they said, Joe thinks the world of you, Chad. Oh. Then he was like, can we get this guy out of my ass already? I'm tired. I'm probably more tired than uh, than Nick, who had to get up at 4:30 this morning to get on a plane to go and fight the flood waters when all the levees broke in Milwaukee. That treasury's been trying to find probably washed away by now. Just not good. Chuck's face when we got on the elevator and Chuck's face when we got off the elevator were two vastly different expressions. I'm sure. Don't really think he's an indie hater, Sean. He's probably just seen a lot of bad indie stuff. And let's face it, most of it isn't good. My cats grew gills. Yeah, they're down in the basement swimming around right now. Well, hopefully all that cleans up for you, Nick. Keep us updated. Now tomorrow, I'm probably gonna do a YouTube live at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So check that out because I gotta get more writing in. I think I'm like 7,000 words away from having my fiscal writing year done already, and October 1st a new one. So I'm like 7 weeks ahead or something, 6 weeks ahead, whatever it is. So I'm gonna try to knock that last 7,000 words out. It's musty down here like fill in some New Jersey town. No, it's musty in here like a dude who'd married Joy Edler. No, that doesn't sound right. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm wrapping this up. I'm done. Let's face it, I ain't writing anymore. I go later. I'm gonna do I got a lot to do, but I think I'm going to do an Alex from Iowa afternoon. My wife will. She's on the phone right now, but she'll watch her whatever movie she wanted to watch that I'm sure I'm not interested in. I'll get some reading in. Take a little nap with the cats. You know what I'm saying? Taco Bell. You know what? Even in an emergency, state of emergency, Taco Bell's still open. It's kind of down here. Are we gonna get hit with a hurricane? Yeah, all the time. But how bad is the hurricane? I don't know. It's literally, is the Waffle House open? If the Waffle House is open, it's not gonna be that bad. When you drive by a Waffle House during that storm, you're like, holy shit, the Waffle House is closed. We are gonna die. We're all gonna die, and that's not even exaggerating anything. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me on a Monday. I'm going to walk my dog and write some words. While you're walking your dog, you're going to do both. You're multitasking today, Sean. Take care of yourself, peeps. Happy reading and writing. You too, Chad. Whatever you decide to do for the rest of this week or next time till we see you. Nick, keep us in the loop on what's going on over there. All right. Good luck with everything. Seriously. All right. Bye.